Hello, divas, diamonds, and dolls. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Femininity with Momma Gail. Today, let's talk about the struggle with femininity. The struggle, and you are struggling in femininity because the first thing, you came into this feminine journey with the wrong perception. You came into this feminine journey thinking that all I have to do is get dressed and look cute, change my wardrobe, and be soft and sweet and feminine, and that's it. When femininity, the energy of feminine energy, is so much more and comes from deep within. Your expectations brought you to a place of struggle and disappointment. You are willing to do what it needs to be done on the outside for you. But the struggle is you don't want to be consistent when it comes to you catering to this man that you've asked for. When it comes to you attracting and getting the attention of this gentleman that you are looking for. The man that you've asked for, the masculine man, he's here now. The work needs to be done. You don't want to do the work. He's requiring things of you as a feminine woman. To be feminine, to look feminine, to dress up every day, to always appear to be what you claimed to be in the beginning. And then the struggle with the woman who's looking for the masculine man, he's not paying you any attention. He's not drawn to you because you look like something, but you don't have the energy to project, to pull the polarity between the masculine and the feminine, because you don't have the feminine energy that you need. So it's a struggle. The struggle is in what was in your head and in your mind, in the thought of what you thought femininity should be, what you thought femininity should look like, and what you thought the benefits of femininity is. A lot of women get caught up in getting the bag, and then you're switching from the feminine channels to the get the bag channels, and then you have these young ladies who are talking about getting the bag, and they're miserable. And then they come on and they're talking to you, and they look a part, but they aren't actually the part, because they've gotten something that they don't want now that they have it. They've gotten something and it's brought them to a place where they are miserable. They've gotten married to the gentleman. They are stay-at-home wives, but they're miserable because the only thing you see is the results of getting, but you don't see the story, the work that comes with. And that's the same way it is with femininity. Femininity is not just about you looking like something. You can be girly and dress like a young lady and not put the feminine tag on it, but the feminine part is going to bring you into work, having to work what he requires of you. If this is the example, the model of what a masculine man wants, and you have his attention, you are either going to become what you portrayed to be in the beginning and do the work, the struggle, the work that comes along with being feminine, taking care of your appearance, taking care of how you look when he sees you, and even when he does not see you, because he has an image to uphold. And now you don't want to do the work because you're used to looking like and presenting yourself the way you want to, and only dressing up on the weekends or when you know you're going to see him. And it's work to be done, so it's a struggle. The struggle is in him requiring and asking you to do things that masculine gentlemen need. A massage. Things of that nature that you're not used to doing. Let me put it like this: coming out of yourself and doing some things that you are not used to doing. There are requirements for a masculine man, and when he asks you to do these things, you don't do it with complaining, because complaining is a complete turn off for a man. I thought you were this feminine woman who matched the energy, who complements, who is what I need, who is softness and sweetness, who is calming, who brings to me what it is that I need whenever I need it. And we come into this journey thinking that, what about me? I feel left out. What am I getting out of this? When is the prize coming from me? You get the thing, the mate, the man, but you don't want to do the work. It's a struggle. The struggle is in you thinking that it wasn't going to be as hard as it is. That's what happens when we jump into something without knowing and seeing the work that has to be put into it. Now, what are you going to do, feminine woman? Are you going to continue in the struggle? Or are you going to not meet the requirements that this masculine man is asking you for? You prayed for him. Oh God, if you send me this man, you send me this masculine man, I'll do this, I'll do that. Now it's time to do the work, and it's a struggle. Now it's time to cater to him, and you don't want to do it. You want all the focus on you, because it looks like that's what the feminine woman, she gets the favor, she gets the diamond, she gets the money, she gets to ride in a nice car, she gets the nice house, she gets the white picket fence, she gets this, she gets that. There's work to be done in all that she gets. Femininity is not just about you getting, it's about you being. And in the being, there is no complaining in the being. And in the being, there is a struggle only when you are not in your feminine energy. It's not about you. Now, the reward is the masculine man, not to make you out of a slave or anything of that nature, but the reward is you having him. The reward is you guys becoming partners. The reward is when you are in your feminine energy, it's not a struggle, but it is a compliment. It is a completing, in a sense. It is a wholeness, a coming together, a unity, a bond. My man needs me, and I'm going to be there to provide and give him what it is that he needs. So the struggle is in you not being 100% into, committed to what it is that you say that you are and you represent. It's a struggle. And if it's not a man and it's clothing, I can't keep up, I don't have the right gear. If you listen to my video, my story, sweetie, when I began this journey, and even now, I will sometimes go to a thrift store, and if a nice dress has the tags on it, I don't care if I have to pay $80 for the dress. If it has the right label on it, and I want the dress, I'm going to pay for what I want. Because when I go to a store and there is a dress that I want, I pay full price for it. But there was a time when I got $40 dresses, pantsuits, Michael Kors pants. Somebody else had worn these garments. took them to the cleaners, washed them up, pressed them, and threw them on. There was a time when I did not have money to buy anything, but what I bought, I recycled it in the sense of if I wore a white shirt with black dress pants and my black heels, then I would wear those same black pants with a pink shirt or with a green shirt, or put on that white shirt with a plaid pair of black pants, because my wardrobe was limited, but I knew how to dress it up. Now, with that being said, we already talked about femininity is not about your wardrobe, but what comes out of you. But I do understand that we want to appear and look like what it is that we say that we are, which is always a good quality in the feminine journey. Because one thing for certain, two things for sure, and I have to give you this for wanting to look your best. A man looks at a woman, he's a visual being. He wants you dressed. He wants your hair done. He wants your nails done. He wants you at his finest, not just for his visual, but when he take you to meet people, his boys, his family, his colleagues, things of that nature, he always wants you to look like a diamond. He always wants you to look your best, because looks are very important to a man. And I don't mean facial features like you have to be this beautiful Barbie or something of that nature. No. I mean well dressed, well put together, looking like I care about myself. I love myself. The struggle is when you have a false perception of what femininity is. The struggle is when you are not flowing in feminine energy. The struggle is when you are selfish and more focused on you and and how you think you should be treated. This is the struggle of femininity. But is it truly the struggle of femininity, or is it the struggle of your false notion, thought of what femininity is, definition? Work on a deeper concept, truth, fact of what the feminine journey is, what it entails when you get into the place, staying feminine. And I'm not saying that it's easy, because it's not. When I began this journey, there was a lot of days that I had to cry and suppress and things of that nature. When femininity would have to take a back seat, while I allow myself to express myself in masculine energy and have to start all over. So I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's worth it. And if you've never seen my video where I talk about how I went from being a hot mess to being a feminine success, watch that video. Femininity is a struggle, but the struggle is worth the work if you work it. If you work in your feminine energy, feminine aura, knowing what femininity is, being in feminine energy, not your definition of what you thought it was. And if you are determined to fight through this struggle, it's worth the work. That's what Momma Gail has to say. This is Femininity with Momma Gail. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Have a blessed and prosperous day. Make it through this struggle, divas, diamonds, and dolls.